to hear. Before I do my performance, where's this Connor gone? Where's Connor? Is he just... Right, come on. I have to say something. Right, this guy here was a student of mine back in, was it 2004? Right. The most important thing about this guy, he experienced something that we've made history of in the UK. Now, I did a project called Big About Music with a company called Pedestrian, where we had to get called in to introduce turntablism to the music teachers in school, because school was getting, the music teachers was getting like threatened if they didn't step up with music technology, they'll get sacked. And that is no lie. And the company I was with, they called me up, and as well as this guy took part of being one of the students, I had to teach the teachers. So from that year, 2004, myself and the company I was with, we introduced turntablism as a musical instrument in music lessons, and this guy took part. He was one of them. So make some noise for Connor. Good seeing you there, for real. That's too loud.
Everybody, if you got what it takes, Psykhomantus. And I want you to know that these are these are these are the words.
To join with you today in what will go down in history.
Let's take hip-hop back to the road.
Raws on the floor, walk the walk, I'm about some hardcore. Yeah, we like it raw, we go. Raws on the floor, wall to wall. DJs play hits with hard bass mix. DJs play hits with hard bass mix. And then they display tricks, and 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 they display tricks like the Matrix. And nowadays DJs bag the tricks rapping. Nowadays DJs bag the tricks rapping. Also behind the back shit. 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 Catching and scratching. Catching and scratching. Catching and scratch. Catching and scratching and scratching. Catching and scratching. Blast it. The kid got his craft mastered. Spin it back and forth and grab it. Spin it back and forth and grab it. Spin it back and forth and grab it. And know just where it is.
Ooh, that was nice. Psykhomantus. Give it up, give it up, give it up. Okay, this is what we also like to do. We like to continue, but what I would like to do is have a little chat with Psykhomantus. Now, he explained, obviously, you had to do some teaching and everything in schools and what have you, but we want to know a little bit, what made you go into actually DJing? What made you actually start out into that?
Well, it was no question that I was going to get into music because my father and my mother was deep music lovers and stuff. Mother being from both my parents from the Caribbean island, my father from Jamaica, my mother from Barbuda. And as my dad, when he was a teen, he was classed as one of those young soul rebels. Both my parents being brought up by Christians, but my dad was heavily into reggae. My mother was heavily into soca music, and as they were teens, obviously the thing for them in the UK was definitely like soul music. So James Brown was a really strong influence and stuff like that, and they were rocking. I suppose when I became a teen, you know, I've got this hip hop look and stuff. For them, there was that soul look, and they had the big afros and everything and all that stuff. So music was always around, and I was always amazed that, you know, my dad had 2 turntables and stuff, and the reggae culture, same thing as hip hop, you know, 2 turntables and a microphone. He was toasted and all that stuff, and every time he went to work and Mum was in the kitchen, you know, I did a little cut there and stuff. But yeah, that was it. It was my parents, basically.
When was the first time you actually went down to your dad's turntables and sort of went against? So so I mean, when was that? Do you remember the moment when you went down and then you got basically a good telling off saying, "Oh, hey, leave those records alone"?
Oh gosh, I could be around at least 6 or whatsoever. I mean, because there was music all around and seeing. As I know, as a little kid, and you know, parents, well, my mum making sure I don't touch the needle because I might rip it off as a youngster. But it must have been around at early times. The only thing I can remember the most is in 1983, when hip hop was becoming this big phenomenal thing. There was a park called Abbey Park in Leicester, and a lot of kids was going there breakdancing and everything. And I do remember in that year, my mother took me to the movies to watch Beat Street, and after watching that, I was like, that's what I want to do.
Right. Bringing it right up to speed, you know, you've worked with Rich Black here, that's here to perform shortly, but you actually do a lot of mixtapes,
back in the day, but now you've got the mixed CDs and what have you. Now, if you can tell us about this one, which I mentioned at the beginning here, you've got a little bit here to do with Mad Flow.
Yeah, obviously I do a lot of mixtapes, and I've been in DJ competitions and everything. But to answer your question, yeah, on my Mixcloud, www.mixcloud.com/Psykhomantus. But I was always a fan of supporting music that I like and love, and even though I'm coming more or less from a hip-hop background, I like to make sure everyone really understands, like, when I mean hip-hop, I mean not just playing rap records. I was raised on reggae, soul, funk, I'm into jazz, you know, and I'm into pop music, because without some of the pop stuff, you know what I mean, if you listen carefully to most of the rap records, especially when it was in its prime time, you realise where some of the samples are from. So we've got to have good ears and everything. So going back to your question about doing the mixtapes, this is the Abominable Flow Man, starring Mad Flow, which is a Mad Flow kind of like pre-album, because he's got an album coming out soon. He's a rapper from Birmingham City, and he tours all over the world. And I wanted to make sure, because the radio is, I don't know what anyone listens to now, the radio is really whack. And I thought to myself, you know what, these guys are not getting a shine. And those DJs who used to talk like me, they seem to have fallen into a trap of talking about, well, actually they've been hypocrites, because those DJs I grew up with, they said, yeah, we should support our own. As soon as they got on a pirate radio station to a major radio, then it's like, here's the money, you've got to play this, and then that's it. It's like, you won't get to hear Mad Flow on Radio 1 or 1 Extra or whatsoever. So I decided to do the Mixcloud thing, and I've got my homeboy Kenny Dust in the background. He's the first mixtape that I thought, you know what, let's get a whole team in together. I started with Kenny Dust, then I did Soweto Kinch, which is a big jazz artist. I did his mixtape. I did Son of Dan, who really represents guys like Rich Black, he's from London. I also did, even though I didn't really need to do him, but I also did Rob Swift from the crew called The Executioners, and that, you know, he's a large artist, but at least he recognised what I was doing, and I said, look, I wanted to do a mixtape with you. He said, let's do this. So, and I've worked with John D. There'll be something with him in the future soon, but yeah, I just wanted to support people and stuff. And again, this is Mad Flow mixtapes. There's 27 tracks on here. It's only £2. It's only £2. I've got quite a few here, so check it out. If you're not into the hip hop stuff, go on to the Mixcloud, because I do support broken beat, jazz, like I said before, turntablism, reggae as well, and soul. I did. If anyone knows Heidi Vogel, I did a Heidi Vogel mixtape as well, and that was out there and stuff. So I know Kenny Dust will get me on that one. So.
Thank you very much. Psykhomantus. He's not going anywhere. He's going to stay here. We've still got something to do. And what we want to do is introduce you to an artist that has been steadily moving up in the industry. And he's here to perform. He won the Soul Baby Live Award for 2011, and basically that happens in February to celebrate 1 year of 2012. So in February we'll be celebrating 2012, and we'll find out if Rich Black will be able to hold his award for another year. So he's here today. He's going to perform some material for you. So give it up.